Hi YouTube, it's my birthday still, and I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do in terms of making a game. So let's get Claude going. Alright, Claudie, my old friend, how we doing? Yes. Make a directory. Actually, I'll make the directory myself. JRPG, CD JRPG, VI. Starting instructions. Okay. Um, so I had some starting instructions. I'm gonna try to make a JRPG. We're going to try to make JRPG with Pixie JS. See the starting instructions.txt for more information. If you need any PNG file, use the Flux tool to generate images, and then be specific about pixel sizes to generate images, and then use the curl MCP tool to convert the web into a PNG and place the images where they are needed. Okay, so we're trying to make a JRPG with Pixie.js. I told it, go ahead and make whatever directories you need. Yes, yes, yes. I think I just need to click enter whenever it says yes. So I think it's going to start making a bunch of things. And hopefully at the end of this, we have what we need. I just gave it some basic instructions. I don't know if we can make a JRPG. It just wrote 70 lines of code. Now it wrote 32. Destroy all children. Okay. I hope it knows how to code with this Pixie.js. But, okay, it made 100 Windows add event listener, key down, key up. Okay, that makes sense. It should have a key up, key down. Sounds good. Key is up, down, key is fault, down, up, down, up. Animation, index, math. Okay, good. Objects, animation of character moving. Part of this dot frames, sprite, texture. Keep cooking. Good looking. I imagine this is just going to go on for a long time. I actually am going to let this keep going. Once it gives me another one. Okay, I'm going to go make some tea. I'll be right back. Okay. I decided not to make tea. Instead, I decided to make some coffee. This is called vibe coding. For those who are not aware, This is vibing. We're vibing right now. I'm just vibing. Um, to give an explanation of what's going on. Actually, I wonder, can I zoom in? Yes, I can zoom in. That's cool. All right, so it's creating animations right now. Let's back up and see. So we'll go back and forth, but so I went into Claude and I was asking it about a very simple JRPG we can make. I told it roughly what I wanted to do. I'll go back up. So in my mind, your typical JRPG, you're a hero, there's an old sage, they need you, you leave your house, you go outside the village, you go to the world map, you go to a cave, you go inside the cave, there are monsters in the cave, you find a treasure chest in the cave, you fight a boss, get the treasure, go back to town, the end. That's a basic loop of the hero's journey. Not really, but close enough. Anyway, so I told it, ask around, and then let's code this thing up. So this is Claude Code. Should be doing all the work. Oh, unsubscribe function. Window, remove event listener, key up. It's still working on key up, key down. 242 seconds. Key up, key down. Keyboard helper function, up, down, up, down. Boundary collision, update enemies, update dialog box. It's fine. Only four, So this is my AI agent that's working on the code. I guess the agent got tired. It doesn't seem to be writing any code. This is vibe coding. I put in some instructions. Oh, now it's doing something else. No, it's not. So, spinning. It's kind of interesting because I don't know how long it's going to continue to do this, but it is possible that it's written something. Can I see what it? I think someone had complained about this as well. You can't see what it's doing. It's just working. I guess we can scroll up and see what it's done so far. Hundreds of lines of code about a player, moving around, moving up, moving down, create a boss, a weapon, magic sword, seems legit. Create a player, positioning, decorations, a wall, walls. So that's the cave scene with 400 additions. So that was the cave scene. What is this one? This must be a different area. Update enemies. Yeah, that was cave scene. And what is this? A different cave scene? Create file path, world map. Okay, cool. A world map. So it did the world map. So basically it's doing about 400 lines for each little area. So it did a world map, it did a cave scene. It's done like 800 lines of code with just these two. But it does seem very redundant. Battle scene. Oh, that's new. Cool. Battle scene, pixie.js. Scene, character from components, dialog box, combat system, character. Okay. Battle scene, enemy type, background, scary looking elements. Cool. Cave-like elements, regular battle background. Create the combatants, set the players, cave enemy stats, enemy position, get weapon bonus, check if the player has a weapon in inventory. Window JRPG game state inventory, find item type weapon. So if I have the weapon, so at some point I need to equip a weapon, I'll get a bonus. Cool. Health bars. How many lanes is this? Enemy health percent, enemy health, some color, pixie graphics, menu, um, combat dialog box, setup combat. They always have 400 line. Execute action. Handle combat end. Update player. Helper function. Key down, key up. Great. Now we had the basic structure of our J. Let's make a README file. Okay, so it's towards the end now. So it created a dialog box, a treasure chest, a battle scene. The game should now be functional. Okay. Now let me see. Oops. Let me see. npm run dev. All right. Let's check it out. I don't think this is going to work, but let's see. If it does, that'll be pretty cool. I mean, it wrote like hundreds of lines of code. Okay. All right. We gotta go to JRPG. Are there any sprites? npm install? I think I need to do that, right? You always need to do that. Oh yeah, install dependencies. Currently the game is fully playable using placeholder graphics, which are drawn using pixie graphics. As mentioned, we would typically generate pixel art. Oh, so let's just see that the game works, and then we'll generate the sprites with Flux. Okay, that's cool. So npm install, npm run dev, and then generate pixel art assets and update the asset loading. Okay. Can we generate uh a list of assets that we need and we could just generate the assets. We have access to the Flux tool that can generate images, and then we can download the images from the URL by using the curl MCP tool, which can convert the WebP to PNG as well. Let's get the .png files we need and put them into the folder where they will be needed. And later we can actually hook them up to the code. But right now. Okay, let's see if we can. Okay, sprites. I'll help you generate the necessary pixel art using the Flux tool and organize them in the appropriate folders. Okay, cool. Mulling. Yeah, you mull it over. I don't even know how long the npm install is going to take. Vibe coding. We just coded up 1,200 lines at least, maybe 1,600 lines of code. If I had to write 1,600 lines of code, well, I think it's kind of stupid because people are always like, well, if I had to code that much, it would take me this much time. But I guess if you're just copying and pasting boilerplate code, how much time would it take you? Because you can copy and paste a lot, and you can do it several times. So theoretically, you could copy and paste a lot of stuff, and it wouldn't take you that long. So if you say like, "Oh, I just wrote 1,000 lines of code," and it's like, yeah, but you just copied and pasted like 3 times or something. So I don't know. I don't know how much stock to put in all this, but I will say it's kind of cool to just sit here and drink coffee while somebody else is doing the work. I shouldn't even be sitting right now. I should be standing. I should be like moving around. No, I'm gonna do some stretching. Mm, That's a great idea. Do a little warm up. Stretch out my hammies, my hamstrings. Move around. Log in place. Do some stretching. Get my shoulders, get some blood flow. Whew. Whew. Anyway, sorry for anybody watching this. Vibe coding is boring AF. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video, but I probably will. I'm not sure yet. Shake, 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 shake. Aha, I knew I had to sit here and watch it. Yes. Of course I want to proceed. What is it doing? Why did it even ask for permission? Generate pixel art. Okay. 0 tool uses. 2.4K tokens. Um, it's trying to use the other. Is it working? I'm confused about this. Okay, that's kind of cool. Villager 1, 2, 3, slime, bat, skeleton, boss, house, shop, temple, table. Hmm, I like it. 24 images. That shouldn't be too bad. That shouldn't break the bank. Update asset loader. Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of that. Will just resolve immediately. I don't know if I like this. Okay, I don't even know. This is probably gonna break everything. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Yep, put all the images in. Get all the images. That's right. Okay. Finally, let's update it to modify the asset loading. Asset loader. Sure. Asset loader. How many lines is this? A few hundred. For now, just resolve since we don't have any. Okay, cool. Help us install and run the game. Setting up Pixel Adventure. Check if NPM is installed. It is. Install dependencies. Create an empty git ignore. Start the game. The game will start with placeholder graph. When you generate art, place them in the appropriate folders. Okay. Okay. Sure. But I don't even know. Why does it need that? Hmm. I shouldn't have said yes to that. I should have suggested something else. Like it's trying to have like a setup script, and then it's trying to tell me, the human, set this thing up. What is this? Updating the README or some dumb stuff? Um, Run the following setup script. Okay. npm install asset. The game currently uses placeholder graphics to generate pixel art. Okay. Node modules. Sure. I'm gonna tell you what to do differently, Claude. You're screwing up. Um, let's go through the hero.png. You can use the Flux MCP tool and generate the image. Then you'll have a URL. You can use the curl MCP tool, not just curl. Use the tool to get the image as a PNG and put the hero.png into the appropriate folder. Do that and then let me know. Okay, let's go through the hero. Let's see if it understands what I want. Like, okay, clear pixels. The sprite should have a layout. 16 frames. Wait, what? No. Sprite sheet. Can it generate? Oh, that's the task. It thinks that it needs all these things. Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness. Use the Flux tool. Now, you have a Flux MCP tool that can generate images. Use that tool to generate the hero in one particular 16 by 16 image. Then use the curl MCP tool to get the .png file from the URL. Yes. Okay. One tool use. Good. Did it use it? I'll use the Flux. What? Bash? Bash command. Um, I don't think that's right. Mm, I don't think that's right, but I'll try it. Flux MCP command not found. This is weird. Did it lose the Flux tool? Maybe it did. Um, Maybe it's just consistently using bash. That's so weird. It's just reading files and it's getting lost. This is so weird. All right, I'm gonna exit out of this. This is so strange. That cost me $2. No MCP servers configured. That is very odd. Huh. Okay. I'm so confused. npm install failed, and now this is failing. This is very unusual. That's weird. Maybe it's only folder specific? No, and it's, wait, what? Okay. Oh, okay. That is so weird. The tools are only there at that level. So you need to add them at different levels? Hang on a second. Okay. Yes. Okay. Go into the JRPG folder and check out the starting instructions. We are trying to make a JRPG and have most of the components for Pixie.js, but we need to generate .png images. The folders have placeholders, but we need Flux to generate the images. And then we need to use the Perl CP tool to download the .png files. Okay. Let's see if this understands it. I'll check out it and help generate with Flux. First, let me examine the structure. Yeah, go ahead. Sure. No such file. Sure. Yes. Okay. So it made the hero. That was so weird that it didn't have the tools earlier. Curl, convert to PNG, hero sprite sheet. Yeah. I don't, that's not gonna work. Why would it be sprite sheet? It's just one image. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going with this. I bet this is gonna be really weird where it's like it thinks it's generated a sage, it thinks it's generated um, what it's supposed to, but it's not going to. Fetch the binary, saved it as NPC sage. Okay. I don't know how to keep saying yes to this. Error calling tool generate image undefined. What? Oh, maybe Flux is like, stop calling me. RPG 3 frames. Alright, whatever. Alright, this is gonna be crazy. It's generating a bunch of images. Still vibe coding, but I don't know why the npm install doesn't work. I bet I know why npm install doesn't work because it's probably something to do with um, maybe the package.json isn't written properly or something. I don't know. Cool thing is that the Flux image generator is generating away, getting RPG child sprite. Okay. World elements 64 pixel RPG hero house for fantasy village, simple cottage style. Top down perspective with clear pixel edges, no anti-aliasing. Wouldn't want that. Hero house.png. I'll be back. I'm gonna grab more instant coffee. This is like tar.
Yeah. Here. Well, you're right. Hey, this is a coffee. This is a coffee. That's why it's kind of off turn right now. Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's see how this is going. Still generating background terrain, tiles, pixel art, simple tiles. So is most of video games just making art, like making little pixels, and then I guess there's also code underneath it. And this is probably all part of the UI generation process, but I don't know. I've never done this before, so this could be totally wrong. For sure, this is costing me money. And it's also strange as to why the npm install doesn't work. I'm just gonna kill this again. I guess I can figure out why package.json is not working. Vibe coding is kind of boring. Um, dark fantasy dungeon style, RPG cave tiles, walls, floors, stalagmites. I think what it's doing here is wrong. 16 by 16 pixel art, RPG cave environment tiles, wall tiles, floor tiles, stalagmites, torches, dark fantasy, top-down perspective. So, I mean, this is going to give several different tiles, but there's no actual indication of how this is supposed to look. Like these are, okay. 30 by 32 pixel art RPG slime monster sprite. Include one idle pose, two attack animation frames. So this is the weird thing. Sprite sheet. So if it understands sprite sheet and then it can kind of pick that up, like if the sprite sheet is being processed properly, then this is awesome. Then this means that everything was great, but if not, it's just going to be a garbled mess. Actually, what am I doing? I could just check on one of these. Let me see. This is weird that this doesn't cancel. Let me open another window. Okay, so where are these being saved? Monster skeleton, source assets, sprites, monster skeleton. Let's just check one of these things out. Source assets, sprites, monster skeleton. CP monster to my windows. Skeleton, monster, skeleton, .png. Okay, so now that we got that saved over there, let's see how this thing actually looks. Monster skeleton, there it is. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So I don't think that's 16 by 16. I thought it asked for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it duplicated it, and it's definitely not properly gridded out. So, huh. That's interesting. I wonder how I could do. I don't want to generate these images again, and it is kind of cool. Um, let's see. Let's start a new discussion with Claude. Oops. Snip everything. I got an AI image or pixel art or a skeleton monster. It's supposed to be 16 by 16 with different poses, but the AI generator placed things in weird places. How can I just grab the 4 sprites I want? Maybe create a box around each image and remove duplicates. I think I could do this with Python, but I have about 22 different images like this with the same issue. Multiple poses, but not duplicates. Let's see if we can actually solve different poses. I can help you create a Python script to get the sprites, detect and extract sprites by finding regions, remove duplicate sprites based on image similarity, save each sprite as a separate file. CV2, cool, good old CV2. Find these things, get the unique sprites, check for duplicates, process multiple images. Okay, install the required libraries, easy, scikit-learn. Okay, set the similarity threshold close to 1. So I could chop all these things up. Uh-oh. You want to proceed? Sure. Fine. Dialog box. What was dialog box? Yes. Does it not even know where it saved anything? Okay, whatever. I should interrupt it. I don't even know what it's doing right now. So we've generated good number of images, but most of them have multiple character poses. For example, skeleton monster.png has 4 different unique poses. How exactly do we want each one? I was thinking to use a Python script like, okay. Let's see what it says. It's probably going to be like, oh, that's a great idea. This is so weird. I gotta stop in like 1 minute. The vibe coding session's gotta end. This script could work for extract images, but there are better versions. Our images are organized sprite sheets. Keeping sprite sheets intact and using texture coordinates is more efficient. A simpler approach would be in your game initialization, sprite, skeleton, monster, create individual text from sprite regions. The problem can you 32 0 32 32 64 0 32 32? Is that actually right? Are those the dimensions of it? 32 32 1 2 3 4. I think that actually could be right. Yeah, it's possible. Okay. Let's assume that this thing is actually right, which I don't know that it is. 1 is the idle, and then attack texture 1, 32 over 0 down. Wait, 1, 2. There's 2 idle images, and there's 2 attack poses. Idle image, idle. For animation, animated sprite handles natively with sprite sheets. The problem The problem is that these images aren't aligned properly into nice 32 by 32 boxes. I think we need to do a single call to the Flux server for each image. So instead of a sheet, we request we request one idle skeleton 3232, then make another call to Flux for tack one skeleton 3232, etc. Okay, let's see if it gets this. Basically, I could sit here all day doing this, but I think it's kind of frustrating that it screwed up the images and now we would have to go back and fix it. So we can fix it later. You're right, the images we've generated aren't properly aligned, which makes it harder to use them. It would be ideal to have it in its own file, perfectly aligned. Change over to generate individual sprites instead of sprite sheets. Separate Flux calls. I see the issue, you're right. The generate image aren't aligned. Perfect, guys. There's one pose per image. I'll make separate poses for each image frame. Example, one call for idle pose. Yes. Yes, go ahead. Feel free to remove all the generated images so far. To a folder called old bad sheets. But if there are any individual non-sheets, we can still use those. And we're gonna need to leave it at that because I gotta go. Oh, it's been fun, but okay. So it can generate images, it can download images. We would need to do a little bit more if we wanted to get the game working, but whatever. We'll get there. We'll get there on another day. Move on. Sure. Yes. Assets type PNG. That's still, oops, I didn't mean to do that. RPG Sprites Hero Walk. I'm gonna check that out. We can end on that. CD source assets sprites. What was it? Hero Walk? Hero Walk PNG. Okay. Oops. Now let's check it out. What's Hero Walk look like? Refresh. Here it is. Hey, cool. Ta-da. He's mid-walk. Whatever. It's kind of fun, but now I gotta go. So, single sprite, peasant character with work clothes, a hat, top-down view. That's kind of cool though. It's generating all these for me. So if I had to draw a picture of somebody, it would take me a long time. I mean, this is taking several minutes, but I mean, I could build a game in a few hours if I had time, but I don't have time. So that's it. Goodbye, world. Sorry, this was not the successful vibe coding adventure that I thought it would be.